Maybe some.
Okay. Inti manam pada mu hu inde. Papa nika de wasuma abosum na onye no. No, once me no. Na abosum sum na wo ye no. No odi nsunsan de bi brown na na.
Okay. Now the sunsan on there, no the sunsan will be back. If it's there, bon say or say confubia ba, no say unkutra abua, kutrogan. Niti. Na yare bi ba, nti se wotwa etina na wo de boje no gugu forest na no na de na ya no abako. Nti sa papa no dia won so no. Sa adide ohun bi.
Enemies are many. And they stand ready to pounce upon and exploit our every weakness. They play upon our vanities and flatter us in every kind of way. They tell us that this particular person or that particular country has greater or more favorable potentialities than the other. They do not tell us that we should unite, that we are all as good as we are able to make ourselves once we are free.
Don't fucking move on. Shoot your fucking ass, bitch. Tase his ass.
Why are you so angry?
I'm angry because it's been going on forever. Enough is enough.
We're waiting for a back. I will, sir. No worries. I will. Fuck. He just shot his arm off. We got pulled over on Larpener.
I told him not to reach for it. I told him to get his hand out.
You told him to get his ID, sir, and his driver's license. Oh my God, please don't tell me he's dead. Please don't tell me my boyfriend just went like that.
Keep your hands where they are, please.
Yes, I will, sir. I'll keep my hands where they are. Please don't tell me this, Lord. Please, Jesus, don't tell me that he's gone. Please don't tell me that he's gone. Please, officer, don't tell me that you just did this to him. You shot 4 bullets into him, sir. He was just getting his license and registration, sir.
Mid-20th century is Africa's. This decade is the decade of African independence. Forward then to independence. To independence now. Tomorrow, the United States of Africa.
Bosom na nkasa wo huneyi. How possible there obotwa obunyama. Gwa no so wotwa bosom no onwibi. Na yimpa na na omowe. Ade be chon mmoko na boje no go. Bosom no onu boja no hu se no. Omo ye mistake. So say yasum yam dem me di kan ka the first church ni Methodist. Na fi mama domi na share ason Methodist ason. Yeah.
So I came back to the question of spirituality and the fact that Elder was saying that when that elder or the ancestor decided that, listen, the idol worship that is happening here is not actually a good thing for the people in the community, because every time they offered sacrifices, for example, the priest in the village will come and say that, oh, there's a sickness coming into the village and that we have to offer certain sacrifices and slaughter certain animals. But what they were doing, the elder said something funny, I will come on that. But what they were doing is that instead of them, when they say we are sacrificing these things to the gods, nobody ever sees the gods. Nobody ever nobody has ever seen any god in the village. Nobody has ever had any conversation with the god. So what they realized that they could only see the blood on the floor of the sacrifice, but the animals were being eaten by the priests and all the ones. So basically, they were supplying meat for the priest and all that came with him. and they were enjoying the meat without no God ever taking any meat on it. So these are some of the things that made them want to move away from the idol worship and focus on Christianity. Hence, the Methodist Church being here. Inti, you find it. Yeah, baby, no, my mum, but I can't be days. Bosom, you who name that. Inti, Obian home bosom, and so what's the answer? A bosom, okay. Inti, Yaba into Christianity, either as I'm sure. Yeah. Inside Christianity, Obian who Jesus named that.
Okay, I know, but I know Christianity, no, you Jesus name, but you were. Into the Bible, but abosom no yi omo book bia che abosom no omo by Bible no abofun mama yes say Jesus Christ no ho apa nti na omo chro no hu nsam nti ba yi book bia o che dey abosom a ye na na mosom no omo wo book a ye botum anya omo history na ye read so we ade nti na mama hu dem no edwuma na omo ye ne enye nti o say omo ko Christianity.
Okay, so I asked Elder because he made a comment that when our fathers were worshiping or having conversations with the idols, so I will use the terminologies here, not basically what I know, because we are having a conversation. So I will use the terminologies in this conversation. What happened was that because they were not seeing the gods and having any conversation with the gods, there was no point. But when Christianity came, the white men taught them. And wrote documents down that says that Jesus existed. So basically, the white man's teaching is the reason why our fathers and our elders left spirituality of our fathers or African spirituality into following Christianity, because the white man had documents that says that. But when it comes to our spirituality, there's no document that you can go and read. There's no historic fact that you can go and read and say that, okay, this happened, this happened, this happened. That is why they follow the white man's teaching about Christianity and everything that Christianity has to offer, because there was a book in Christianity. Nah, in fact, I've confirmed about the Yerba be a chroma into a day a membrane as a Yerba BC will chroma hamper now.
BC, but and see what chroma, a sea or Gumwa, them the can Gumwa East, a sea or Gumwa East, and say, Sir, Yanu Sin. One man now a friend of her was called Alper, and say, Gumwa, the whole Gumwa. Na yarno amanfo na amanfo omo ete say kura this sam kura ti na amanfo ewu pa nti dom na wo no e na konfo bi bai na obakede no ti say onyin pa no kun yes okun ansana yarno wa nti that man akro e na odino ho mai odino ho mai say no wonkum se wokum na ya no bokoda wonkum na wode saa man no wode no huma no wokum oh wow wokum no anche na ya no so yede ekoi enti ho no omama saa abosom sam no obodo fantefo no asuma na se nye area na ye ho no he be share asum se saa ho ewu ma ya no kode a na che se na nanu omo
oh wow
se wo wade omo enti ye wo festival bi wo ha ye fa no ahoba
okay, so Mayababa Festival. No? So okay. This is interesting. So I was asking Elder that, so if the priest or our priest came and warned them that there's a foreseeable disease or outbreak that is coming, so they had to do something, either that most people were going to die. And the fact is that a lot of people were dying in the surroundings. So what happened was that there was one man who was called, no, another priest actually came to the village and said that, you know what, the only way we can avert this outbreak is that we have to sacrifice a human being in the life of the whole community. So one person has to be in the concept of Jesus dying for everybody. one person have to be the sacrificial lamb, the one that gets sacrificed for the entire community and the entire village. So his name was Ahor. And when this man Ahor decided that, you know what, if everybody is going to die, if this disease don't get stopped, and if I can use my life as a sacrifice to ensure that everybody in the village gets well and gets healed, then I will use my life as a sacrifice. So what happened was that he literally sacrificed his life. So they killed him for a sacrifice in order to avert the disease that was coming into the village. And so out of that came a festival called Aoba, which simply means that we are celebrating Ahor, the man Ahor, who sacrificed his life for the entire village to be healthy. Maybe so. No, I don't think so. Let me hear about it.
Yeah, be Ahor, no, Obi Mama Yaran,
Obi and Mr.
Obi and Mr. Yeah, Obi and Mr.
Into not today, Yena Nanum war,
yeah,
and Abusum so
or more. If you pay for now, how are more year now? I brought no watch now. You are not so quiet. You will be you say no, sir. The boss are there, but good one.
no do anything.
Until Hono, no mamma, I feel school, Eba, Sa, you know, until now, school, near. Nay, and no more school. Until never they can't get a Methodist in first church about. Until we see Methodist church, Methodist school. Our the Methodist school now, feel more furniture, as I say, almost school, almost an answer, almost sa, your man could see no, sa, Yankopono, Yamil, or say, yes,
okay, it is, see, I mean, so I want to ask Elder a tricky question. I see he is giving a testimony, a huge testimony, which is literally a festival in this community celebrating our elder or ancestor, Ahor, who sacrificed his life for the village. Before me, maybe something. So if he came out from World Bompire, what about our nation?
Yeah, yeah, celebration.
Okay.
Celebration no still sa festival no and the festival no do amanfo ina wo shim na wo bompai wo gun sa bompai na nanom o mo bompai ma aho say all the no ho cheye all the ma community.
So because of what our ancestor Ahor did, what happens is that every time the festival is being celebrated, they still give pour libation to his name in the honor of his name and have conversation and speak and bless him and honor him for what the sacrifice he did for the community. But you should get this. Elder is saying the entire community is a Christian community, basically. But at the same time, they cherish their festival, they celebrate their festival and give thanks to the ancestors that are moved on and basically sacrifice their lives for this community and this village.
Yeah.
So sacrifice their life but inti asofo so was celebrated them festival and a method on one kind of one day
because a 64 amamre want to jaima na nanom you be say chiefs no and no more gather no opa na obokobi we Christian opa wonko opa okojon na wa hwe say how
okay so basically it's done. The chiefs in the village are the ones who organize who are the forebearers of this festivity. So the church is not against it. The church does not oppose it. Neither does the spirituality of our fathers or the chiefs also oppose the church being there. One of the things that I have learned on this journey is that the intelligence and the spirituality of our fathers is very peaceful and is very welcoming and is very accommodating. So they are not necessarily interested in fighting anybody or fighting any religion or fighting anybody off. They welcome everybody in. And that is a beautiful thing. You compare to the hour it's not had this year. You can Yamisum, that was chapel dame, Yako chapel, your bompena. Near can Abusum Suma. Money now we're doing the 2 million. personally.
Me no woman to asoro Methodist asoro nti me you know ama ma bosom so the me no personally me gindi because me come asoro me ma there nyame o nti nyame na be bompai bi nti me mfansa nkodin baby bompai there be obosom we onye dem mom onye we ma me dabi no side no e bi mba my life me da me man say me bompai ama me nyame. My God, yeah, to pray for my God. That's it.
Elder is saying, I asked him if whether the distinction between our African spirituality and Christianity or religion, and I was asking Elder if he can give me a comparison between the two, which one does he think is more potent, more powerful? And Elder is saying he was bred into the Methodist Church, so he has never practiced African spirituality. He never pours libation or anything. All that he does is to pray to his God, his faith, his belief, so that whatever he needs is given. So he cannot compare between the two, which one is most powerful, which one is less. But all he knows is his spirituality, and that is. I wanted us to get that. So, saying that. But Adrian there, Erugun saw as a banana.
Erugun san. In Sanungun, yes, the Bible choir, even there, Abraham, David, Nadomo, Solomon, no more at him. And see, according to the Bible, Jesus Christ was more case as one farmer, or a season as one farmer. Now, more Jesus Christ, so one farmer. And see, Silgunan Casano, Mishama, and Fasubian so. There wouldn't stand book film. To me, the Mishama said, Fasubianis, say, Bompa, wouldn't stand there, Bosom Betana. We say stone now, but my bedroom or the same was so. Me to me, no,
okay, so Elder is saying he doesn't believe in pouring of libation. He doesn't think it's necessary to pour libation because there's nothing in it. Why would you erect an altar and invoke a stone to become a channel of communication? He doesn't see the use of it, and he doesn't practice it. But in his statement, he mentioned. Even in the Bible, Abraham and Solomon and David and Moses, they all poured libation. So I want to find out if they all poured libation in the Bible and they had answers to their prayer in the Bible, would it be wrong to pour libation? Because Abraham, Solomon, Mina, so good son. Anuyi, no. Bible na bo share there in Segunu, Bibian, Bonibian.
In Segunu, your different. Obi ha Ogun san say Obi ayem bonenti me Ogun said that mission 3 days. And e bi so ha or then say go from say me na mo na omo ewu ko no me bre awo message nti omo ya de omo moboa me so we ade ye wo mtu nti e bi say wo then say go from say wona na mo no omo moboa wona na mo no omo ye nyame omo de omo ewu ko wonyi bebi omo wo nti ho nya say wo then say bobu from say nana no ombra na omo moboa ofi na oboboa Yankupon him says, I will suffer now by the Obobo. So all the me, sir, me did.
Okay. It's all I'm okay. It's got a car in Seguno. So Ada is basically saying that he doesn't, because I was asking him the question that, okay, if Abraham and all these people poured libation in the Bible and they had answers, then it's not necessarily wrong to pour libation. But Elder is saying that basically we have two types according to Elder's description. One is when people pour libation to invoke curses on people to die and people to get sick and people to get accidents and all of that. And there's another side of libation where you invoke your ancestors to come assist you in life and help you and direct you. But Elder still doesn't believe there's any potency in pouring of libation. Into matter when I say, but my also into say obedience go for no onya ne answers as mbisa odidi nse no dey gu fam onya ne anunya ono se beka na beka do oya na onye
ena me kan no ebi o ho a embo bi fi Nyankopon ho eba wo nche no ba coincidentally wo den se kogu fam pe na ade no saka nti bodwen se ebia sansa na me dugu fam no ena me saka saade no so wade nso na bia na Nyankopon every time I was obo nti onyi sa ade na ekohia o nsa won saka nti no saade no mama pi ono no mama pi wo gidi se abosomo nti me den se gu fam a saade me den se gu fam a saade me nti saade na mama asofo a mo abade style omo isisi enyan because wakoton wasama masofo wakoton wasama mabosom no nti wasama na wakoton ema no no obofwe ho na waye nyame bi odamo ase bia won sabaka adawe obada da odama
Into ehono so basically Elder is saying that he still understand that pouring libation is not what it is. There's no use for it, because I asked him a question, so what if somebody pours libation and the person gets the response to the reason why he poured libation? Would he still consider libation a good thing or not? And he says that what happened most of the time is that when people pour libation, what is actually happening is that maybe the God is already on his way to bless the person, and the person went ahead to pour the libation, so it becomes coincidental that as the person poured libation, the reward or the answer also came in. But this is where it's a bit tricky, because my question is, if God was going to do something for the person before the libation was poured, then why didn't he do it before the person poured libation? And why would he wait till after the libation before he does it? Right? Why do it all trend? Me pokuna didn't say go for man sana.
Ehune Nyankopon ankasa no. Bi o ha ansa na obobo no. Oboso wa hwe. Se o ha de. Ehun se ye hwe Job of bread ma so ne ye no na de was say onkwa onye dem onye Nyankopon na chi dem so onye faith say ojan wa say no sa ade no me Nyankopon pe na mi no no. Ehun se Job afede ne nyame ni nyina ekoso sa ya ndi sana sa we ne se
nti ehun de oyen social na
wontumi njina no yeah social to Nyankopon mu no social to o say jina no pa ehun de no san sonhwe atumi after all Nyankopon say ntumi njina no na etwe ho fi Nyankopon ho na ko bosumo pepepe na che say nyenya musumi na che say nyigidi wo Nyankopon.
Okay,
yeah nyigidi
nti mampere mu hile se yana nanom no yawa woba kroma hano na yamesumi ya timer yarban ben is not software ya na matters
ya no buy no nye community media
no
na so no
inti se yana nanom no wonyim yamesu yawa won fan yamesu ye bibia nso otumu bodru ha zama de ye di ndie siwa ye jendie na yusu boto ezi dem time ya mbolu to ways banam de me now nti no hwane na all church yana nanom da manzama
ati
so the question I'm asking is that if our elder is saying that with him all he knows and all he believes is what the white man introduced Christianity, that is basically helping everybody. But my question is, if our ancestors had no contact with Christianity or religion, and all our ancestors had was spirituality, and some way somehow what our ancestors had was not religion but spirituality, and some way somehow this spirituality was able to bring them here and settle, and they knew everything even before any other thing was introduced. So this is what I'm asking the elder.
there. Yankopon ankasa obo nipa no so obo ne se ne saso enti saa sesefo na amo beda na Yankopon amo adwen dada nyansa no na oda amo bibi ti se me fa nkachi kaka bibi ti se omo ba no ye mofra no se na ediba no se ediba yi fia no ye na nan no ye maame mu omo tume de stone boba no omo di sija so na omo ebu aso omo dada to so nti aka cho se ediba na esi so nti munko dago na omo wo ediba bi o ha e bia na imiri na omo bedi nti se ediba no wo de ma o data me de imiri ye bi ni baby sound de bia no ye bi mo nti wo da baba nsija do o ma o kwa wo so o ma nti ediba na emini no so o mini munko dago kaka o ma dada also na ediba no ha edin nti ebe or the some friend of Quackball, or my good dog was see, and you bring a bodu now, so movie, but no, did but what 10, you know, Babano no more to know did before. It's so you couldn't go, sir, Bone says the banner also. So, and see, young more, sir, young son, yeah, more young son, and Sana, I saw ever.
Okay, yeah, so this is really going somewhere very interesting, but I wish you guys all could speak Chi. What's that? Or fancy. So what Elder is saying is that, so when I asked the question about, okay, so how did our ancestors have the wisdom and intelligence to move and have their being and navigate their way through the forest and through the jungle and settle upon fertile grounds and all of that? And what Elder is saying is that before Christianity came, the Creator, Odumankuma or Badianankasa, he had blessed our elders and ancestors with wisdom and understanding and intelligence. So they knew everything before they even encountered the situation because they were so wise to know exactly what to do. And he cited an example of when they were young, when he was young, so I wasn't born. If he was a baby, I was nowhere. But when they were young, what happened is that whenever they were hungry in the afternoon, they would cry to the mother of the house and ask the mother to feed them with something. But because probably the mother have food only for the evening, not for the afternoon. So what she does is that she puts stones in a pot and put them on fire and tell them to go and play. She has food on fire, and as soon as the food is ready, they come and eat. But what happens is that it's actually stone because she's trying to preserve the food to the evening. So when the kids keep coming back and say, is the food not ready? She will tell them, no, the food is really hard today. We got to cook it a little bit more. And she will store them all the way to the evening. And when the evening comes, she will quickly turn over the stone and put in the real food for the night so that when they come and open the pot, they'll realize that it's actually food that mother was cooking. So they could operate in such intelligence because the Creator had already given them this intelligence, even before church, even before Christianity, even before anything. So this is where we are. But I want to follow up on this question. Inti odumanankumanangsa mo nyansa na ntase na za. Ansana yamesumo ba. No chede. Them Yansan and Tyson, or you will acquire na internet here, Yamisuna and Abasemsi, Iron a chief for near Yansa do and Abazinti.
I'm there. I feel almost certain.
So my question is that if the Creator already had given our fathers and our ancestors wisdom and intelligence to work before Christianity came, my question is that, so what happened to that intelligence? What happened to that understanding? Did it leave because Christianity had come in the scene, or did it give way to Christianity, or what really happened to it?
Don't say na make the wisdom no na over and see sa wisdom no almost anto anche but Christianity by no almost dey ni account they combine Christianity with the this thing that ideas me I do not know na almost dey change up to date.
Okay. You know what? One of our mothers is coming to sell, so we have to wrap it up, and it's late. But I promise you, we're going to continue this conversation. And Elder Yao is promising me that we would have. I should come on a Sunday after church, and that time we'll have all the elders gather around, and our elders will have deeper conversations, and they will reveal a lot of things to me. So Thank you. Adam, that's
God bless you.
Okay, so basically, I'm done, and the only light you see on the road is basically the light from my from the light of the car. So thank you very much for staying in tune. We're trying to do a lot of things this year, so please hit the subscription button if you haven't hit it. Tell your friend, tell your family, tell everybody you know about this family. Tell them it's time to wake our people up, and we're doing it every way possible we can. Stay blessed. I love you guys. Have a great evening.